Hi, friend, and welcome to another episode of the Quantum Paradigm Podcast. I'm your host, Allison Al-Khemia. Super excited to be here with you today, as always. Today, I'm really excited about the topic we're going to be covering because it's really important, not only like for the world, but for you individually. I really like to, anytime that I'm here on the podcast with you, I like to tie things in really like globally to let you know like this is what's happening collectively and you're not alone, but also to really hone in individually and get really specific with these concepts so that you can walk away from this and start applying them really quickly. So that's kind of what we're going to do today. As always, we're going to scale out and see why it matters big scale, and then we're going to hone in and see why it matters for you, for your family, for your business, for your career, whatever the case may be. Okay, but before we do that, I have a couple of quick announcements to make. Number one, I just looked at the calendar and there are 22 days until the Costa Rica Incubator. This is for New Paradigm Leaders. This is a retreat, a 5-night luxury eco retreat in the heart of the jungle, just a few moments away from beautiful, pristine, private beaches. I will be there personally, in person, and we will be incubating and creating individual quantum manifestation blueprints for each person. This is going to be a semi-silent retreat. This is going to be a highly intentionally crafted experience. This is the creme de la creme. This is for the people who are really already holding big visions. We have a couple CEOs, we have some physicians, we have some new paradigm leaders coming down, and they're not coming down to work. They're coming down to rest and to receive for my quantum magician and team. And so if this appeals to you, I encourage you to head over to the website, AllisonAlkhemia.com/retreat, and take a look, because we do still have a few spots left, but you need to act very quickly. If you are resonant with this, your body will feel it, you will know. And if you have any questions at all, please DM me on Instagram at Alchemy with Allison, or send me a direct email. Myself or one of my team members will get back with you immediately as soon as we can. At that email address is Allison@AllisonAlkhemia.com. So that is happening May 30th, which is right around the corner. Also, fun fact, I am moving my family at the same time. Everything is happening in my life very quickly, and everything's coming together. It's a lot. It is a lot. So anyway, that's the Costa Rica announcement. What else do I have to? Human design readings are coming to a close soon. I am only offering those through June. So if you have been on the fence about receiving a private reading, these are extraordinarily potent. They are life-changing. You will never be the same. The testimonials that I get from these readings blow my socks off, and I'm there during the readings, and we record these sessions. You have them forever, and I have people reaching out to me up to a year and a half later saying how much it helped them get clear on what they needed to see. But because it is a demand on my time and my energy, those are limited and coming to a close. So again, just head over to the website, AllisonAlkhemia.com. There's a work with me drop down button, and you can see which kind of reading resonates for you the most. And then last announcement before we get into today's topic. We have coming up soon I can't really, let's see, how vague can I be about this? I have something coming for you, okay? I have had so many people asking me lately, Allison, do you lead group experiences? Well, the answer to that is yes, I did for a very long time. Even though I haven't been in the online space like more than a few years, I have been coaching and teaching for 21 years, and that is how I started, was with groups, and I have done group things online as well. But I have been called to open up that door soon. I will be talking about that more. But if you would like to be on the wait list, the easiest way to do that is to get on our newsletter, because you will be up to date. My newsletter, my email family is the closest proximity that my audience has to me. I get very personal in my emails. I love writing. I've always been a writer. So if you want to stay apprised of the latest offerings, then you can head to the website, AllisonAlkhemia.com, and sign up for the newsletter there. All of this will be in the show notes. But yes, you will be. I'm so excited about this. Can you tell? If you're here live, you can see like I'm just radiating joy because I'm thinking about this offering coming through. So those are the latest updates. Is there anything else before we dive in? Okay, no. Okay, I want to talk about really quickly what is quantum? What is it and why does it matter? Okay, quantum is, the basic definition is it's the smallest discernible unit of energy that exists in the known universe. It's basically as small as we can get without something not being physical anymore, right? So I'm a far cry from a quantum physicist. However, I've always loved reading about it as a layperson, and just like if you come to my personal library, you'll see quite a few books on quantum physics. And then there's a point in which that my mathematical brain wants to explode, and that's where I have to stop. However, this is where like neutrinos and quarks and the smallest subatomic particles are in the quantum, right? This is what quantum means. It's a small, discrete unit of energy that is still a physical entity. That's what quantum means. Now, I knew that this word was going to be a buzzword years before it actually was. That's why I named everything in my business quantum, but it also is because this is how I operate. And we're going to really get kind of meta here and dig in, because if you've hung around me at all, you know that I believe that we are the absolute creators of our reality, that everything that we experience here is of our own doing. And I do not say that lightly. Because I know a lot of people who've had a really tough go of things. I do not say that lightly. And yet I stand by it. I really do believe that our soul had a choice in coming here in the first place and experiencing what we decide to experience. Now, that being said, we go around in our day-to-day lives as humans, by and large, feeling powerless, by and large, feeling like we are at the mercy of whatever circumstance is coming down the pike, whatever the market is doing or not doing, whatever our boss, whatever mood they wake up in, whatever our children are going through or not going through, our spouse, our health, like in general, we kind of operate as if we have no control. That's a falsehood. That is an illusion. But we believe it, and we end up giving our power away, and then we end up having results that we don't like. Our income's not where we want it to be. Our results are just not where we want it to be, right? Now, how does this have anything to do with quantum? Because when we make a quantum shift, when we make a small, discrete, physical shift in our energy, we create different results. Pure and simple. It is that simple. So, I have an example. I'll just use myself as an example. I do have a lot happening in my life. It is extremely overwhelming. There's things that I'm not talking about publicly yet because there's legalities happening in a divorce situation. But like, there are huge things going down in my life that are way too much for one person. It's very overwhelming, or it has been overwhelming. It's actually not anymore. But I was having a moment a few days ago where I was like, this is too much. I can't handle this. This is too much. It was kind of like one of those surrender moments, you know? And I was reminded, like, Allison, you did sign up for this. And I'm like, okay, and I give up. I surrender. Uncle, I give up. I'm done. You know, I had one of those real crucible moments. I was alone. I can't remember if I even cried or not. I think I was so tired, I didn't even cry. Like, it was just one of those kinds of days. Okay, have you ever had one of those? And after that, I mean, even as the observer, I was kind of like outside of me looking in and like observing what I was going through. And the observer part of me was like, whew, okay, now I know the actual breakthrough is coming because I have truly, truly, truly surrendered as deeply as I possibly can. And when we do that, breakthrough is right around the corner. Lo and behold, the very next day, I wake up and everything has shifted positively in a very, very positive, radical, huge, exciting, incredible, mind-blowing, amazing kind of way. I will be elaborating on this more in the future, but I've had big things happen in my life. This is the biggest thing that I've ever done before, and I will be sharing it with you guys as soon as I can. However, I'm going all over today. Today's one of those like rambling kind of podcasts. The point I want to make here with this is that I knew it was just a frequency shift that needed to happen. Now, I had to walk through some very difficult dark nights of the soul to get to that frequency shift. But once I did, I knew it was just a very small, very quantum shift, and that literally everything would change. And that is exactly what happened. I could give you so many stories from my clients who have done the exact same thing. That is when the floodgates open. That's when money pours in. That's when opportunities just show up on your doorstep at knocking and saying, hello, can you take advantage of this opportunity? Here we are. That's where the life partner just shows up. You meet your soulmate. That's where these quote unquote miracles happen. I love miracles. I believe in miracles. And it's also a quantum reality. This is how the universe works. So for you individually, where is it uncomfortable? Where is it uncomfortable to look at the results that you're getting and then look in the mirror and not beat yourself up and not get down on yourself, but also to take radical responsibility? And here's the rub. Okay, here's where it gets real. I hope that you're listening. Because change happens at the speed of comfort. I'm going to repeat that. Change happens at the speed of comfort. I heard a quote once, and I cannot recall, I don't remember who to attribute this to. I hope I find out because it's going to bother me. But someone once said, change happens at the speed of safety. Now, I disagree because safety is an illusion. Safety is a total illusion. We are not safe. I hate to break it to you. You are not safe. You feel comfortable. And we equate comfort with safety. That's it. That's the thing. We equate comfort with safety. Now, we're humans. We're creatures of comfort. You guys, I mean, I have a Taurus sun. I have a Capricorn moon. My Jupiter's in Capricorn. Like Capricorn, Taurus. I'm Leo rising. These archetypes really, if we like anything, we really like comfort. We like good food, fine dining, soft pillows, like sensual experiences, stability. Like that's my jam all day, every day, right? Like I love stability. I love comfort. And yet, I realize that change and transformation happens at the speed of which we are comfortable. So if we are equating comfort with safety, guess what we do? We move slowly. We make decisions slowly. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you are looking around your circumstances right now and you're saying, something needs to change, and you're not changing it, it's because you're comfortable and you think that being comfortable is safe. Now, I am here to tell you, your comfort is not safe. And 2025 is showing us globally that that is the case. It is forcing people to get uncomfortable with their decision making around money matters, with their decision making around business partnerships, with their decision making around marriage, around life partnership, around all the things. Everything is getting drudged up in 2025 for everybody. And we are being asked to get really real with ourselves and say, oh, I thought I was safe, but it was because I was comfortable. Now I'm really uncomfortable and I realize I've never been safe at all. And guess what else? No one's coming to save me. You guys know that I love you, but I am not going to sugarcoat things. I never will. My name, Allison, the name Allison literally means truth. Truthful. I will always tell you the truth. You can take that to the bank. Now, because of that, some of these podcast episodes may feel like, like she's punching me in the gut. Okay, maybe I am, but we like, think of that you're in Kung Fu class with me, okay? Like, you're my brother, you're my sister. If I'm punching you in the gut, it's because I know how hard to punch and win, and I've got your back, okay? I've got your back. So this is just a strength training exercise when we realize, like, oh, she's right. Like, I'm comfortable. That doesn't equate safety. So once that is realized, do you know what we have to do? It's so simple. It's so simple. All you have to do is make a quantum shift, a very small shift, a very small decision. That decision may be to think differently. That decision may be to take one belief structure in the background that's running, that's saying that you are an imposter, for instance, or that is saying that you are not capable, or it's saying something negative, about you, that negative self-talk, the inner critic. Maybe it's just making the small shift to catch one of those thoughts, and every single time that thought comes through, you are replacing it with something to the effect of, I am capable. I am worthy. I am true. That little I am true is the antidote to I am an imposter, right? There's no, if you're making positive change in the world, you're not an imposter. And the imposter syndrome thing, like, friend, it's okay to have imposter syndrome. You will move through it. If you are having imposter syndrome, that means that you're growing. Congratulations. I have a whole free masterclass. I think it's still on the website on imposter syndrome. It's great information. You should go watch it under the trainings section. Okay, so making a quantum shift, that's all that is needed. That's it. It's really that simple. I've had so many conversations lately where it's like, it's simpler than we make it out to be. Now, does it feel comfortable? No. No. It doesn't feel comfortable. That's okay. It's okay. I have a Sun, let me get this right, a Sun-Pluto opposition in my natal chart. If you know anything about astrology, you know what that means. And if you don't, just Google it for a second if you're interested. A Sun-Pluto opposition in my natal chart. Essentially, what that means, the interpretation of that is like intense and irrational struggles throughout life with powerful people, with power dynamics, with death, with abuse, it's not pretty. It's really not pretty, but do you know what it produces? Pretty much the most powerful energy you've ever come into contact with in your life. And a resilience that absolutely cannot be shaken. Like there is nothing that I haven't moved through. And if there's something that I haven't moved through yet, I'm sure I fucking will, and I'm sure I'll come out the other side as a conqueror. That's just kind of the life path that my soul chose this time. That's okay. I've made peace with it, you know? That doesn't mean that everything, sometimes I get on here and I'm very intense. And I talk about these intense things that I've been through. That doesn't mean that you have to go through these to alchemize to the level at which I alchemize. It just means like listen to wisdom when it's speaking to you, and listen to your own voice on the inside, because you are more intuitive than you have been taught that you are. You are more connected than you've been taught to believe. You are more powerful than you even know. Human beings are the most powerful force in the known universe. And if we can master making quantum little teeny tiny shifts with precision, with accuracy, we can do anything. And I cannot wait to share more details with you about what I'm doing behind the scenes with an incredible team behind me, half of which I will probably never ever mention publicly. But just watch, just hang around, just hang, you'll see. It is an honor to be here and to be alive during this lifetime. And yeah, I'm saying that in 2025 when it has been, I mean, this year has not been kind to pretty much almost anyone I know. Not at all. And I believe it's an honor to be alive this lifetime, because so much is happening and changing and shifting. And it's actually globally, this is the thing that I wanted to get to. Globally, it's happening outside of our comfort zone in a huge way. But do you know why that is? Because there's a few people at the top who have been comfortable being uncomfortable, and they move and operate in a different frequency. And when you alchemize the shadow, when you are comfortable being uncomfortable and you're not threatened by it anymore because you know it does not equate safety, then you enter into this whole other universe. This is where the billionaires play. And where the billionaires play is all creativity all day long. All, ooh, interesting. That's interesting. Tell me more. Okay. Yes, I will put 8 figures behind that. Yes, I will put 9 figures behind that. Yes, let's get it done today. Send me the bank, details, information. Let's play. I'll meet you there next week on the beach. Let's play. That is super abundance. That is creativity. And yes, that is power. And that's another thing, is that as humans, we've been conditioned to equate power with greed. Now, power and greed often do walk together, and that's unfortunate. But that is changing, my friend. The new paradigm, that is changing. This whole concept of trillions of dollars being handed over and transferred into the hands of female power is absolutely happening. There is a feminine, it's almost like this quiet embodied revolution that is happening. It doesn't mean that the masculine is being pushed aside at all. That is not what is happening. It's just this transfer of power that's coming through is more balanced than it has been so far. And there is less greed. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything or say like, oh yeah, no one's going to be greedy. Absolutely not. No, I'm not Pollyanna, pie in the sky. No. Mm-mm. But it is happening. This transfer of power, this transfer of wealth, this transfer of knowledge. It's happening at the speed of comfort for those who play in the playground of infinite possibility, infinite creativity, infinite abundance, health, and wealth. Like, Amazing things are happening behind the scenes. I need you to feel this in your body, because if you are listening to this and you are still scared, because you are uncomfortable, because things are changing faster than you're used to, then take some of the confidence that you feel when you listen to this podcast, because you know how much I am speaking the truth to you, because your soul knows. Take that. And when you need to make that little quantum shift in your mindset, remind yourself, if she can do it, I can do it. Right? One day I will have my memoir finally finished and written, and you will know all the things behind the scenes that I have fucking walked through and conquered, and come out the other side glowing with joy, with love in my heart, with this innocent vibe that I have no right to have. It makes no sense. It makes no sense that I would be the person that I am after the things that I have been through. But it starts with quantum shifts, little teeny tiny shifts. As I'm talking to you here and channeling this information, this source information, my crown chakra is wide open. I have had complete full body chills and tingles, and like my just heart chakra is open, and all the things. Like, this is landing for you in a certain way for a reason. If it's triggering you, it's for a reason. If it is resonating with you and lighting you up, it is for a reason. So if you are meant to be with me in person in Costa Rica, go to AllisonAlkhemia.com/retreat. Claim your spot right now. We only have a few days left, and I will be closing this container. It is highly specific. It's for a specific vibe of person. If you're not sure and you have questions, get on my calendar for a call very quickly. I have very little time. I will be gone. I will be getting offline for a while. I am going inward to prepare for the next phase. It is going to be incredible. It is going to be beautiful. And you are going to want to be a part of it. I love you, and I am so grateful to have you listening to the podcast. If this has provided any value to your day, please send it to a friend. Please spread the word, and please leave a review. The algorithm only knows what the reviews say. I think the last time I checked, there's only 7 reviews on the podcast, and I get it. I'm a huge podcast consumer. I love listening to aligned podcasts, and I never think to leave a review. And then sometimes I stop what I'm doing. I'm like, oh my God, I want to give back to this person who takes their time and for free puts this out on the internet. This is not monetized. And give back some of the juju that they've just given me for my day, right? This stuff is gold, and you know it. I hear the private testimonials from you guys all the time, my DMs, so I appreciate you, and I'm asking for you to go deeper. Just leave a little review on Apple, Spotify, whatever. It is so appreciated. I so appreciate you. And let me know what's present for you. I love hearing from you as well. Okay. I'm going to get off here. I have a meeting to hop into. I love you. We will talk soon. Ciao.